5 out basketball, 5 segments, 5 takes. This is the podcast for NBA conversations. This is 5 out basketball, and it starts in 3, 2, 1.
And getting serious indeed, because now we're going to do our overall playoff predictions. Everton, we going back to the East?
Yeah, let's start with the East.
All right, so we both have Celtics versus Cavs, correct?
Yeah.
I'm really surprised you didn't pick Magic. I gotta be honest. I really thought you were.
Donovan Mitchell was a deciding factor. I'll keep it a bean. It came down to Donovan Mitchell. I couldn't bank on him having a stinker, and plus the Magic are young. So I'm like, yeah, I'll give the pass to Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, well, guess what? Donovan Mitchell's not gonna be a deciding factor here. I have a Celtics sweep.
I have a Celtics in 5. He's gonna. I'm gonna say it again.
Say the line. Say it.
Donovan Mitchell's gonna have that one game.
Dude, we're about to get that on a T-shirt, man.
Hey, merch coming soon.
Yeah.
That one game. That's what it's gonna say on the shirt.
That's hard.
I don't
That's
know.
hard.
I don't know. Like I said, with the new NBA, anything is possible. There's gonna be that one game where something just happens, and hey, Donovan Mitchell might just go for 50 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Celtics. We already said enough. They're incredible defensively, but I think the spacing they could potentially provide against Cleveland is going to give them literal hell for Jared Allen and Evan Mobley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, dude, you're telling me Evan Mobley's going to be guarding Tatum on the perimeter? No, he's not. No, he's not.
You saw what PG did to him?
Yeah, dude, it's reps. It's reps.
Exactly.
So that's why especially with how shaky they've been, like this series against the Magic was so 50-50. Either way, I was going to give a Celtics sweep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, Celtics in 4. I don't really have much more to put onto that.
Neither do I. Celtics in 5.
We're gonna try.
Okay.
What would be Cleveland's method of victory?
Donovan Mitchell averaging 40 points a game.
Yeah,
like that might be their best bet is him doing that the whole series. And with Derek White and Drew Holiday, yeah. And the other thing is,
this gotta be the one series Jason Tatum's like, no, I'm gonna attack the basket this time, guys.
Oh, but this would be almost the wrong series to do.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta hope this is the series so Cleveland can get their wins in. Yeah.
Okay, you know what? That's true. That's the only thing they can bank on is some dumb shit. Really some dumb shit.
Dude, that's some really dumb shit, maybe an injury or something. Like that's all. That's really what they got to bank on. We don't wish for injuries here, by the way. So make that clear. But I'm saying that's really the Cavs' like only chance.
Literally only chance. The only person that does wish for injury is Kendrick Perkins. But nonetheless, we'll move on.
Fat loser.
Bum.
So now, bottom of the East, where we're gonna have the Pacers against the Knicks. First upset that we've seen so far.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that fairy tale's gonna go on for much longer, though.
No, not at all.
Like I know they're able to make it past the Bucks, but when you go against arguably the best defensive team in the NBA, that fast-paced offense ain't sliding no more.
Slows down. This is the Knicks we're talking about. Grit and grind. Slow the game down. Yeah.
Yeah, Pacers best at scoring in the paint. All right, here's Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that fast break stuff's not gonna slide.
Knicks in 5.
I also had Knicks in 5. I love
my reasoning.
I love Jalen Brunson. You want Tyrese Halliburton to defend him?
Yeah, free eats.
Yeah, free eats. Okay. This one's going to be they just went to Ruth Chris's and had some steaks. Like that's literally what they're looking at when they see Tyrese Halliburton defending Jalen Brunson.
Watching you think of food as you come up with these is just the best part.
We also have OG Anunoby. We have Josh Hart. We have Dante DiVincenzo. There are so many defenders on this Knicks team. It's not fair. It's not fun. And they can score.
Yeah. But Jalen Brunson could average 30 in this series. Mm-hmm. Like the Knicks have too much. They're like offense and defense. And when you look at contenders in the past, what you need to look for. And with them being good on both ends of the ball, it's just you can't go away from that. With OG being, again, wasn't for injury, probably would have been on all defense as well.
Yep.
You can literally just say, all right, OG, guard Tyrese. Tyrese is going to be in hell.
Yeah, just for 48 minutes, especially in that Tibbs system.
Exactly. Because OG is the most Tibbs 40 minutes per game player ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, let's be honest.
And who's the second? Josh Hart. Like
exactly. Those two are the most Tibbs play him the whole game ass players I've ever seen. And with those two being the defensive players they are, and with Josh Hart being ironically one of the best rebounding guards ever. Like literally. And then Jalen Brunson being a 30-piece every game, it feels like. And then their paint defense are Hartenstein and Mitch Robinson. And then off the bench, Bogdan, who could easily go for 32.
Yeah.
Miles McBride, come on, bro.
Come on. No, Everton, let's finish off the East before we go to the West.
Okay, all right.
Celtics versus Knicks, easily the best two teams in the East.
Yeah, that's why they're 1-2.
And I'm standing on business. New York Nation, stand the fuck up. Knicks in 7.
Okay, so
You,
we have
you
a
thought I was,
we have a
you thought I was back up
disagreement.
on business?
We have a disagreement. All right, I got Celtics in 6.
I love this matchup. I think this is beautiful. It's gonna go 7 either way.
Yeah.
The only thing I worry is like I'm not sure who will be the Knicks' second guy to cook up when Derek Wright and Drew Holiday switch off on Brunson.
Yeah.
But I think both these teams are so good defensively that anything can happen. I know the Celtics and Knicks have the best like bench ratings in the NBA. I trust the Knicks more to have a spark plug coming off the bench.
Yeah.
And just OG's dude. It's just how well each team's match up on each other on defense is ridiculous. Like they're gonna put OG on Tatum and they're gonna put Drew Holiday on Jalen Brunson. We got Jaylen Brown. All right, here's Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo. Oh, Porzingis wants to attack the paint. Here's Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson.
Like it's gonna be a lot of canceling out, and the only reason why I'm taking the Celtics is because they have more talent for a situation like a canceling out ass situation where it's just like we have this, you have this, we have this, you have this.
Mm-hmm.
Look, at the end of the day, the Celtics still have. You could ironically say 5 top 40, 50 players in the league.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas the Knicks, call a spade, they realistically have about 1 or 2.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of those dudes isn't even playing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, granted, I said this before. Is him not playing a negative?
That's crazy.
Nah. No hate to Randall, but let's be honest.
Nah,
bro,
shut up.
Playoffs...
No. You can't say no hate to Randall after all this.
All right, no hate to Randall. I don't hate him, but dude, he's terrible in the playoffs. Like
so
generationally bad in the playoffs, bro. So whatever. I'll live with the hate. It's fine. But at the end of the day, talent. This I might have to roll with talent here. Now the Celtics are still the Celtics, and one of those teams that's like they should win, but they always find a way to just not win, and that's the part that scares me about them, and why I'm not mad at you for saying Knicks, because realistically, if it was any other team but the Celtics, I'd be like, yeah, Celtics is 6, and I'm not even thinking about it. But because it's the Celtics, I'm like, I don't know,
Yeah, and I kind of like potential pick and roll opportunities here for Jalen Brunson. I don't think Porzingis is the best in the world that are defending a pick and roll. So let Brunson start attacking the paint. I think the Knicks do have a method of victory here, especially how good they are defensively. I think this is the Celtics' biggest nightmare of a matchup in the East. And I've been riding on the Knicks the whole season. No way I'm backing up on this claim when they haven't given me any reason to.
I'm not mad at that. Standing on business, I respect it.
And here's a big thing I think people need to realize. Chalk never happens. It's not going to be a Nuggets Celtics finals. I will bet on it. It's not going to happen. I don't care if that's Everton's prediction because I saw a smirk. It won't happen. Chalk does not always happen. Some shenanigans will always take place. We saw it last year. We see it every year. So I'm not betting on it, and I think the Knicks are the safest not chalk pick to take. I've been on them all season. Originally had Knicks Clippers. That was some bullshit. But like Knicks, I still stand on. These guys have not given me any reason to change my mind. Jalen Brunson, if it wasn't for Jason Tatum, would be all NBA first team this year. So they have their star guy. Don't listen to the height phobic stuff that's going on out there. Ride the Knicks. I tell you guys this stuff for a reason. Ride the Knicks. That's all I'm going to say before we move on to the West.
All right, that's fine. We'll move on.
And we're going to keep it hot because right off the bat, we had the Thunder versus the Mavericks.
You want to go first?
Yeah, Mavericks in 7.
That's what I have.
Oh, man, that's got to sting as a Thunder fan.
Yeah, look. Okay, I'll promise you, out of every series, this is the one I literally sat here like this for. I was sitting here like this. Like, I literally had Thunder in 7 at first.
Boy looks like Socrates over there, bro. He thinks he's a Greek philosopher. Like,
bro thinks he's the thinker. Like, I literally
you are not the thinker.
Like, I'm literally sitting there like it was so difficult, but I just, bro, Luka, I can't, bro. Like, fine. I just like I keep telling myself we could put Lou Dort on Luka. Bro, it's still Luka, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you put on Luka.
I don't feel comfortable. And
you could throw bleach in his eyes, cut off an arm, foul him every play, and he's still getting and ones.
He's still Luka. And then other thing is Kyrie. Now, we have good defensive numbers, but outside of Lou Dort, SGA guarding Kyrie for a whole game, I don't know. Like,
that's not good. I mean, is SGA an incredible defender?
Yeah.
Absolutely. but you need him to get offensive points. You can't have him 48 minutes doing all both. Because I remember when Josh Hart was talking about one of the games where like he had to play the whole game defensively and Jalen Brunson was out and Tibbs like, all right, I need you to get points. Josh Hart was like, yeah, I was ready to die at the 30th minute. I've never been more gassed in my life. You
Yeah,
cannot
exactly.
put SGA in that situation. Is
Especially on a
there?
guy like Kyrie.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna tire him out.
Exactly. And when I look at the rest of our guys, now the only other person I trust is a Cason Wallace, but he's not going to start. And if we put Josh Giddey on Kyrie, bro.
This one's gonna be what's a white person food? Oh, that's gonna be coleslaw.
Oh. So with that in mind, and then okay, so the only thing is the bigs, right? Dude, Daniel Gafford has like 50 pounds on Chet, bro. Like
Yeah.
he has a lot more size on Chet, and that kind of worries me. I'll keep it
Yeah.
a bean.
Mm-hmm.
So, all in all, the Mavericks were super hot to end the season. And let's be honest, bro, if this was the Mavs team from the jump, they could have been the 1 seed.
No, absolutely. Like
They were
legit.
so
I
good.
see so many podcasts. Like if the Mavericks had this team at the start of the season, we'd be having so many different conversations on how far
Mhm.
they could go.
And
And I
honestly,
firmly agree.
I know we said Jokic's the MVP. Luka getting MVP would make a lot of sense here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. It would make a lot of sense. He checks all the boxes. They won enough
Yeah.
games. His numbers are
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. No, that's the big thing. Is if the Mavericks had this team to start, I think Luka would be like, I don't want to say unanimous MVP, but I think he would win it with relative ease.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But go ahead. Give me your
Yeah,
points
that's how
on
good this team
your.
is. And then the Thunder, they love that 5-out spacing. I think the Thunder is going to feast on that. I'm sorry, not the Thunder. I think the Mavericks are going to feast on that. You know, you really touch on it with like Daniel Gafford having that size on Chet Holmgren. And you got PJ
Yeah.
Washington, Derek Lively. We haven't even said his name once yet. One of the best guys I've coming off the bench as a rookie.
Yeah.
And just it's just horrifying to me that this Mavericks team's good at defense. Because legit, I can't tell you an elite defender on the team.
Exactly.
That's
Daniel Gafford,
horrifying. Daniel Gafford, I love Gafford. I want to say an elite defender. He's really
shot
good. We're
blocker.
not saying,
Shot
yeah, good
blocker.
shot blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what happens when this Mavericks team just signs Matthias Thybulle for like a 2-year, $10 million contract this offseason?
Man. And the Blazers are some hoes for matching that because they don't even need him, but whatever.
They assholes. So this Mavericks team is elite. I feel bad for the Thunder because I want this to be the season, but they got like 5 rings coming in
It's
the future.
okay.
I'm not doubting them too hard.
I mean, and look, I'm not one of those people who's like, it's gonna come eventually because look, I've seen this story before.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna happen, and then some shit happens. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time around, but I do think our future is very bright if we play our cards right. So I'm not completely sad. It's our first year in contention, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's just really unfortunate Maxi Kleber's not starting in this game. But
Hey, if
now
Maxi Kleber was a starter, I'd feel more comfortable.
we'd be talking about the series a lot differently.
Exactly.
But we're gonna move on.
All right.
The only different matchup we're gonna have today, I don't think it's gonna have a different outcome though.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Everton has the Timberwolves against the Nuggets, and I have the Suns against the Nuggets. Everton, do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I went first for the last one, so you go first.
Okay, yeah, Nuggets in 5. I just we talked about how bad. Well, I don't want to say how bad because they've actually been somewhat decent at defensive season. The Suns have been. Nurkic isn't stopping Jokic. No one on that team's defending Jamal Murray. Maybe Grayson Allen. Maybe on a night.
Dirty.
Yeah, just start hacking.
Yeah.
And then you got to worry about Aaron Gordon. You got to worry about Michael Porter Jr. It's just not there. I think this team still get some buckets, but Denver's also so good defensively. I try and think of, what could be a path of victory? There isn't one. I really can't find a path. There's just a huge roadblock in the way. Like, I know you can be like, oh, don't let KD get 1 game. That's not even possible in this scenario. So I think 5 games is being generous, but I can genuinely see a sweep here.
I ain't mad at that. Like I said with the last thing, KD against the Nuggets last year, he had like 2 good games, but aside of that, he was kind of
cheeks.
like, Devin Booker cooked. I can't even be. Hey, Devin Booker was hooping, but in the elimination game, what happened? Cheeks. Bradley Beal.
That's shaky,
right? And the rest of that team, Nurkic, he ain't stopping Jokic. Let's call a spade a spade. Grayson Allen, he's been good this year. I don't know what he's gonna do in the playoffs. Never seen it. Well, not that we never seen it, but what has he really done in the playoffs? Eric Gordon.
Yuta Watanabe?
He's not even on the Suns anymore.
Damn, that's sad. That's sad.
Right? Bol.
Hey,
Like
don't let this be his blow up moment.
They say this every time. And you know what? Oh, Keita Bates Diop. Like you see what I'm getting at? Like
Yeah.
it's just no. So I also have the Nuggets beating the team they're playing, the Timberwolves, but I have them in 6.
Okay.
So my reasoning for Nuggets in 6. Now, people don't know. Last year, even though they lost to the Nuggets in 5, that series was tough. Like there were some close games, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, I could be wrong, but I do remember like the games were close. It's just the Nuggets were better. And I think this season with the Timberwolves not only playing better this year and having better chemistry, and them being with the best defense and all that, they could get 2 games off of them. Because look, I think Ant's gonna do his thing. He did it last year. I don't see why he can't do it again. And then Cat could be a decoy. Jaden McDaniels, he could whoever he's guarding is gonna have a tough time, but
Mhm.
that's the other thing with the Nuggets, bro. Look, Rudy Gobert, you're a great defensive player. He ain't doing shit to stop Jokic, bro. Like
Nope. Never has,
we
never
know
will.
that too. Never has. Exactly. There's a quote. I think Rudy Gobert said, "I got 15," and Jokic's like, "Brother, I have 47." Like that's how bad it is. So here's the thing with Jokic, bro. Who's stopping him? And that's my point right there.
Mhm.
So I can see the Nuggets even beating him in 5 again because their roster hasn't even changed that much from the Timberwolves perspective.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna give Ant some respect because he's a year older than he was last year and he's better than he was last year and all that. So an Ant masterclass could get them 2 games, but
Mhm.
not enough to win the series. So Nuggets in
Not.
6.
This is the part that hurts. Like, yeah, the Timberwolves are the best defensively, but the Nuggets are just so incredibly on defense. Where it's just like this team's just so good,
Yeah, it's kind of scary how good this Nuggets team is, bro.
but they have a scary matchup on the way.
Yeah, they
Because in the
do. They
Western
do.
Conference Finals, and what I think will be the most exciting series of all the playoffs, if we get this,
Mm-hmm.
is the Nuggets versus the Mavericks.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic versus Luka Doncic. Kyrie Irving versus Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
Freak athletes versus freak athletes.
Yeah.
Fun versus fun.
Yeah.
Everton, how does this series go?
This might be Mickey. I still got Nuggets in 5, bro. I know that's insane, but I know.
Whoa.
But here's the thing. Jokic, bro, this might be this might be glazing, but like Jokic, there's literally nothing the Mavericks can do to stop Jokic. And because of
Mhm.
what he does, not only scoring, passing and all that, it opens up the floor for his whole team.
Mhm.
So it's hard to even make the Nuggets struggle as a team because of what Jokic does. Okay? You're gonna say Luka could do the same thing?
That's exactly what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
I know.
So
And
you
you're
have
not
that.
wrong.
So you have that. And then
Mhm.
second options. Are you taking Kyrie, taking Jamal Murray?
See, that's the thing though, right? You would think Kyrie's the easy choice,
But
but
Jamal
we
Murray is a
know
playoff riser.
in the playoffs, Jamal Murray turns into something
Yeah.
crazy.
But what does Kyrie Irving do in the playoffs?
He's wishy-washy. I'm joking.
But
Joking.
when he's a second option, what does Kyrie Irving do in the playoffs?
He does also rise.
Hmm.
Well, when he was on the Nets last
That
time,
team
did
doesn't
he?
count. That team's fake. But we look at Cleveland. Come on now.
Okay, Cleveland, yes.
What he did against the best team in NBA history, not named the '96 Bulls.
The Warriors, yeah, he did cook. He did cook. He did cook. And Luka is similar to LeBron in a way, right?
Hmm.
Um, but Jamal Murray and look. Here's the thing: we haven't seen the Luka Kyrie dynamic in the playoffs yet. Now I know that's kind of a weird gripe to have, but
It's
at the end of the day,
a fair point
Jokic
though.
and Jamal Murray's dynamic in the playoffs, come on, it's
Yeah.
almost second to none. Let's be honest.
Hmm.
And then the rest of the team, Michael Porter Jr. Again, like the guys on the court usually don't struggle because Jokic does so much to take attention off him. And then Aaron Gordon, the defensive guy who can do it on both ends. Michael
Yeah.
Porter Jr. improved defensively. People don't talk about it. He's improved defensively and as a rebounder.
Hmm.
And then off the bench, or KCP, we even mentioned KCP throughout this whole thing.
Yeah. He's a
Very
sleeper.
impactful, right? Very impactful player as well. And then off the bench, I mean, okay, that's a bit of a toss up,
We're not
but
talking about the bench this series.
we
Tim
don't
Hardaway
care.
Jr. We don't care.
Yeah, he's gonna shoot 40% from the field.
Yeah.
Um,
This game comes down to just 5v5.
yeah,
And I think
and
it's the
maybe
two best
Nuggets at
starting fives in
5.
the West.
Exactly, and maybe Nuggets at 5 is a little pushy, but I just don't see an answer for Jokic, and because of all he does on the court, it's gonna be hard for him to stop it.
Yeah. Well, I have Nuggets in 7. I think
Mhm.
5 is too disrespectful for how talented a player Luca is. They
Fair,
both like this exact argument you just made for Jokic, you make for Luca. Like you
yeah.
can't say it either way. And
Hmm.
both these teams, they just have the perfect weapons to put around them. And this Mavericks team can apparently play defense now.
That's true too.
So I can't show the disrespect. Is there a way to stop Jokic? No, but there's not a way to stop Luka. I think it's gonna be a
True.
war. It's just
Hmm.
not the Mavericks year yet. So I'm also going with
Yeah.
the Nuggets. I think it's impossible to go against the Nuggets.
Yeah. It's kind of insane how good they are. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, so we both have the Nuggets going in the finals. So
Yeah.
Everton has them against the Celtics, and I have them against the Knicks. Love the Knicks, but I have the Nuggets in 6. That
And I have the
rhymes.
Nuggets in 6 as well.
Yeah, yeah, it's just they're good. In case you
They're
guys haven't been watching basketball the past like 3 years, the Nuggets are really good at the game of basketball.
Dude,
And I love
it's
I love
scary.
Hartenstein, love Mitchell Robinson. There's no stopping Jokic. And with how good the Nuggets are also defensively, I can't see Knicks path to method here. I can still see him getting a
And
game or two. Like I can see this
yeah.
being a 5-game series, but I'm still gonna show a little bit of respect.
And that's fine. That's fine. I got Nuggets in 6. Kind of the same thing as you. What you just said about the Knicks, you could literally say about the Celtics. Now the
Yeah.
Celtics are a better, like more talented team. But look, here's you said no. Um, here's the thing, bro. I've been saying it throughout this whole time with the Celtics being the Celtics, and if they do that Celtics shit against the Nuggets, they ain't winning no games like that, bro.
Nope.
You could even say that about the Knicks when they play the Knicks in the conference finals. It could come into play a little bit there too. But with the Nuggets, you have the best player in the series. Your second best player is probably better than there. Nah, I guess Jaylen Brown over Jamal. Well, in the playoffs,
Oh, in the playoffs, I'm 100% taking Jamal Murray over Jaylen Brown. Quit playing.
exactly. Jamal Murray over Jason Tatum.
No, that's
No.
too
Okay.
far.
I was trying to see how far you would take it. No,
Yeah.
just wanted to see. um, but like I just think the Celtics, while they do have somewhat of the personnel, they can't stop it, bro. We've seen it in the regular season too. Pretty sure the Nuggets
Mhm.
beat them both times.
They did. And Jason
Um,
Tatum had a stinker.
hmm, I wonder why. Um, and then here's my last thing, and this one could also somewhat come into play against the Knicks too, because here's the thing: the Knicks and Nuggets could be those kryptonites to the Celtics.
Mhm.
Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's playoff resume, scary. Like his
Mhm.
defense is fine, but offensively, whoa, brother.
Yeah.
A little shaky. And
Uh-huh.
if Drew Holiday has one of those type of series, mm,
Raps.
okay, a little shaky, especially on this type of team
Mhm.
where Drew Holiday could have a terrible series. Porzingis, same thing, right? Tatum, you never know what you're gonna get with Tatum, bro. He's either gonna
Mhm.
get, ooh, we dropped 40, or that Dominican dude on TikTok. You never know what you're gonna get with Tatum. Jalen Brown's kind of the same thing. We dropped 30, or he's outside hitting that Drake song. Kiki, do you
Oh my
that,
God.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's either doing that.
Uh-huh.
So with them being so wishy-washy, the Nuggets are not the team to be wishy-washy against. And because I feel like they might do that, Nuggets in
Yeah.
6.
I 100% agree, but I have one question for you, Everton.
What's up?
Is the Celtics season considered a failure if they don't get a championship? Because I think
Okay.
so.
Yes, because you have a 64 win team. You made 2 big trades this offseason to get 2 all-star level players, and you kind of just threw all your points into a basket and said, "Yo, this is the year." And granted, I'll give them some credit. They actually re-signed Drew Holiday, and they're probably going to re-sign Porzingis. So it's not like this core is going to just disband, right? So they probably still have a little bit more years left. But and the other thing is, look, the Nuggets do exist, and let's be honest, those are the boogeymen right there. Like
Uh-huh.
it's hard to play against that team. But at the end of the day, like you won 64 games, and I have a few friends who are Celtics fans, and they've been talking shit all year,
Figures.
right? Don't let me catch y'all.
Mhm. Yeah.
So all in all, yeah, it is low-key a failure because you have probably the most talented team, and you have the most talented team in the NBA. Not probably, you
Mhm.
have the most talented team in the NBA.
Yeah, absolutely. And not you can't just say every year like, oh, we won against the Nuggets because at some point that's gonna be how it's gonna be every season, and you got to beat them. You're not gonna luck into not getting the Nuggets every time. Like
Exactly.
we like at these Utah Jazz teams from like the '90s. It's like, oh yeah, we always had to go against Jordan. No, it's like at some point it's a failure because that's who you're gonna go up against no matter what. You got to win the game. So that's
Exactly.
kind of why I
Because
think
you
this.
have to.
No, go
That's a
ahead.
great point. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like at some point you're gonna go against the best team in the NBA. Like I always found it funny when people were talking about like the Lakers and Pelicans. Like, oh, should they lose this team so they don't have to go against the Nuggets? If you want to win the championship, you're gonna have to go against them at some point. So get the
Hmm.
win. So you can't
That's
be
what
like,
I
oh
said.
yeah, the season was still good. I know we didn't get the chip, but like we had to go against the Nuggets. You can't keep pulling out that card. So like
No.
I say the season's a failure because like let's say you don't get the job done. What are you supposed to do to improve the team? How much better does it get for the Celtics?
It doesn't.
Exactly. So you have to beat this team. I don't think they will, but it's considered a failure if you don't.
Yeah, I agree. That was a great example with the Jazz. Like, look, you can't just keep saying, "Oh, they had MJ, bro." You know he's going to be on the team. Do something about it.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the same thing. I'm not going to call Jokic MJ,
Mm.
but like it's the same type of thing. Like, okay, you know Jokic is there. Do something. Like you have to. You know it's not going to change. You have to make the right decisions. Like, good example, the Warriors when they got KD and they won that first year. What did all those teams do? You know, OKC said we're going to get Paul George and Melo. Now, did it really work for us in the end? But it was an attempt. It was an attempt. The Rockets, they said, you know what? Let's go get Chris Paul. Timberwolves, let's get Jimmy Butler. Teams made the right adjustments, and the Rockets damn near beat the Warriors if they didn't miss 27 straight threes. Right? So I hope that if the Celtics were to lose to the Nuggets, well, I think the Nuggets will beat them again. They'll know that it is a failure, and they have to really make the necessary improvements to make steps forward. So, yeah.
No pressure, Boston.
Thank you so much for tuning into this segment of the 5 Out Podcast. I am Joey LeMaster, and me and Everton are so thankful for your guys' support. If you want to keep supporting us, please check out the full podcast on Spotify and follow our TikTok account. Both of those will be in the bio, and make sure to leave a like and stay smooth.